Okay.
So, Steve, in few words for the fans, not the French fans, but for the fans, new words for the brand new Rancho Obi-Wan.
Well, it's been great. It's taken us 18 months to get to this stage, and we have expanded and really changed everything that we've had here before to give a much cleaner visual look and also show the breadth and the depth of what has been out there in more than 30 years for Star Wars, for memorabilia, for collectors, for things that influence the popular culture worldwide. I mean, everybody, even people who haven't seen Star Wars, know what a Darth Vader figure means, know what a Yoda means, and it's just an amazing phenomenon, and I'm happy to do my little part here.
And about your little part, now the Rancho Obi-Wan has different name, as you said.
Well, we've incorporated Rancho Obi-Wan Inc. as a non-profit public benefit corporation, and we intend to do a lot of educational and inspirational activities for not only kids, and kids are very important, but also adults. We think that there's such a good history of Star Wars just opening up so many paths for people. People, because of Star Wars, have been inspired to become, yes, movie makers and get into that industry, but also artists and photographers and writers and architects and astronauts, everything. I think if Star Wars shows us one thing, it really is to follow our bliss, follow what we really want to do, find something that we love and have a passion for, and just go for it.
About the great reopening, Anne said it took 18 months to finish the preparation?
Well, it was an 18-month process to remodel and add on to Rancho Obi-Wan, and now we have nearly 10,000 square feet, and it's enabled me to really expand and show more art and have a better presence for the fun stuff like the arcade. So it's been a real joy, and we wanted to celebrate in a major way, and we invited many people, and we're then, Anne kept saying, oh my goodness, how are we going to fit all those people in? But we had about 180 people here, and it worked out great. So it seems like everybody had fun from what I hear.
The next question would be, how many buildings do you have behind the last wall?
There's one more falling down chicken coop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you would
never
need to build.
Of course, I've been saying never again for many years, and there were two main pieces that I kept looking at in the storage barn, and it was just dying to do something with, and there was no space. And one of them was the hallway from the Tantu 4 that the R2 builders did. And the other one was the giant Darth Vader head from Toys R Us, their main store in New York City. And basically having those two pieces led to the idea of the expansion. And finally I broke down. And it was a long haul, and it was very costly, but worth every penny.
Yeah. One thing I noticed tonight is you have many friends there, but there was a lot of emotion, even the way people express their love to the collection, but also to the friendship they have to you. What is your feeling about that?
Well, to me, Star Wars is all about the camaraderie amongst fans, and I have made hundreds, if not thousands, of friends worldwide because of Star Wars. It has been a common language that we all speak, no matter what our mother tongues are. And we share in the passion of Star Wars and what it stands for and how much fun it has been. And it has enriched my life so much, and it's something that I've always wanted to give back to fans, is that kind of pleasure and excitement.
Yeah, really, and believe me, you give back to fans, I would say, beyond your own imagination. Everybody is thankful for what you did. Thanks again for this wonderful evening. We wish you good luck for the next step of Rancho Obi-Wan, and I'm sure it would be successful. And as we said, it would be a pleasure to come back and present collection to fans all around the world.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Steve. It was a pleasure to meet you tonight, and we hope we could do more together in the future. Thank you.
I would love that. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Pierre.
thank you.
And to all my friends at Mintinbox and all my friends in France, it's been great.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks. Door from Tunisia. A friend of mine tracked down the guy who owned the building and bargained with him to get the door that was on his chicken coop. From one chicken coop to another. And the guys, as I said, they're sort of cheap labor. So they do take tips, but as you can see, there's a photo op here. We have those scattered all over the place, but feel free to take photos or video anywhere here. Again, except for the X-rated show. That banner, by the way, the letters were hand-painted by Ralph McQuarrie. He also did the illustration, but that's some story. But the banner letters are good. Thank you, guys. from Adidas, or as they like to call it over in Germany, Adidas, because that's his name.
Are they a licensed product?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've had a huge line of Star Wars stuff and been very successful. This is a fairly recent one. So over to your left is the media room, mostly 30 plus years of magazines, records, tapes. You remember they used to have these vinyl platter type things, so they're all in there. They're in alphabetical order, and we have it sort of inventoried, but we need to get back to that and add lots of stuff to the collection that has come in the last 10 years. R2 Mr. T2 from the Conan O'Brien show. And some original props and just some very cool prototypes and old pieces, including, well, this is not so old, Chainsaw 3PO. Nice wall here, and we had 9 feet of space between this and the storage barn, and the space has been filled very well.
Oh my God, look at that.
Now I want to warn you, we probably won't get in too much trouble from these stormtroopers because they're problems seeing, I think, but just hope we can evade any problems.
Open the blast doors! Open the blast doors!
Hi, guys.
They're on break.
So if you want to come on up, please.
Okay, I thought we were.
No one's moving. I'm just doing guys in the face. Uh-oh.
So we're just about to execute the Wookiee, and he says, you can't kill me today, it's life day. Life day. I don't even know what that is, do you?
Please tell me you executed him anyway.
Oh yeah, we killed him, that's for sure. I mean, he was just...
Uh-oh.
You.
Yeah.
You in Rebel Starship Corridor 1138.
Yeah?
What are you doing there? We'll need to see some identification.
You don't need to see our identification.
We don't need to see their identification.
What about the guests?
These are not the guests you're looking for.
These aren't the guests we're looking for.
We can go on with our journey.
We can let them through now.
Thank you.
Move along.
Okay.
Move along.
And our door prize is Steve Sansweet's Star Wars 1000 collectibles. Do you all have it? Oh, okay, and Steve will sign this for you as well. The number is 247.
247, anyone?
247? The next item is a very rare item, one of my favorites actually. This is from Helix International, the United Kingdom, 1977. It's a maths set.
British don't know how to spell very well.
So,
But what is that?
the number is
Pencils.
354. Steve showed this thing off. Who's got 354? Right here. Woo, come on forward.
Libby Noble.
Libby Noble.
Go, girl.
Congratulations. The next item we have is also very rare. This is a 501st Stormtrooper, and yes, it was released on previous cards, but this one was only given to participants who marched in the 2007 Rose Parade with George Lucas's 501st trading card in the slot. The number is 206. Anybody got a 206? Okay? 206? Oh, Pam Green again. I think she's disqualified. Yes. She is the luckiest person in the room tonight. Thank you, Pam. Yes. Would you like to tell us about this item, Steve?
Okay, Ann, I'd like to tell you about this item. By now, you have 5 minutes before the countdown clock ends on your TV screen. I like doing QVC a lot. This is a Rancho Obi-Wan brass embossed coaster. Solid gold, right? And the winning ticket is, also available in the gift shop to your left. And the winning ticket is 117. 11. Who said that? Who? Oh, great. Yes. So, Stephanie Wagner, this is the wife of our master carpenter and craftsman and everything else. Perfect. Okay.
The next thing I'd like to do is give a few very special thanks to some people. And I'm hoping to find my husband in the crowd. Is Stu here? Stu, thank you for supporting this project. Stu and I were married barely a year and a half ago, and I don't think that he realized that his entire first year of marriage would encounter trucks, contractors, sweaty men, and dirt. Thank you.
And heavy lifting.
And much heavy lifting. Stu moved about 10,000 pounds himself. The next person I want to thank is...
Good, by the way.
John Peters. Raise your hand, John. John Peters has been instrumental in moving, shoving, lifting, anything you can imagine. He did it with a smile, and he's been many, many times here, just here and saying he could do anything, and he did.
Still have nightmares about Star Wars underwear.
And John Peters is now a part of the permanent collection. You will have seen him in the corridor video as the TK Stormtrooper. The next person I want to thank is Concetta Parker and Garrett Jones. Where are you? Concetta, where's Garrett? Oh, yay! Let me tell you about this couple who are amazing because they drove from Concord I don't know how many times to do anything that I asked, and some of it was not pleasant. In fact, some of it was dirty, spider-infested, nasty work. And this place would not be like it is without them. Thank you, guys. Consetta, are we ready for our next speaker? I would like to introduce to you somebody who has also now become a permanent part of the collection. You will have heard his voice in the hallway, James Arnold Taylor.
Well, I sense the force is very strong here, yes? It's so cool to be in the outfit, you know? It's like I could not. I mean, come on, it's Star Wars. It's Rancho Obi-Wan, after all. Well, okay, I am James Arnold Taylor. A lot of people walking by going, what's with this guy? Who's he? I'm a voice actor, and I do the voice of Obi-Wan and Master Plo Koon on Star Wars The Clone Wars, Fridays at 8 on Cartoon Network. But, sorry, it's a reflex. What can I say about Mr. Steve Sansweet that he wouldn't rather me say in this voice right here? Yes. You know, maybe you'd like me to say, Steve, that the wrench is what gives Steve his power. It's an energy field that binds. No, or you could say, I could say, Steve is the chosen one.
Oh, no.
Yes. It was said he'd bring people to the ranch, not leave it for chickens. Not even robot chickens, where they're all over. Oh. He has brought some people here tonight, huh? Yeah. There's a lot of us here. I mean, there are more people here than survived Order 66. Okay. I'm sorry, I feel like I have to go into Johnny Carson with this, but there are enough of you here to lift Jabba onto his party barge. Okay. There are as many people here as there are womp rats in a Tatooine nerf herder's attic. See, I love that even in this crowd, it doesn't get a laugh, you know? Gonna blame Garrett for that one. No, I have no idea why. So anyways, you know, one thing I will never say about Rancho Obi-Wan, I have a bad feeling about this. Never, because what an amazing place it is. And I am truly honored to be here today to help us reopen this amazing facility, but also to truly thank a man that has done so much for the fans of a story that began a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But my whole thing here was, how does someone like Steve Sansweet come to have not only the world's largest private collection of Star Wars memorabilia, but author 16 books, 14 of them about Star Wars, thank you so much, Steve, including the 1.2 million word complete Star Wars encyclopedia, as well as an amazing career outside of Star Wars. I don't know how many folks know that, but you know, beginning in his college days as a two-term editor-in-chief of Temple University's newspaper, where he graduated magna cum laude, and was named an outstanding journalism graduate, then immediately after school jumped into the workforce with a job at the respected newspaper, the Philadelphia Inquirer. Now, during that time, he also served a 6-year stint in the U.S. Air Force Reserve, as well as time in the Air National Guard. Then heading to the Wall Street Journal, just a small little paper there, Wall Street Journal, to cover the gaming industry, aerospace, banking, and even a wretched hive of scum and villainy like Hollywood. Yes, well done, Steve. He helped break the first stories on massive foreign bribery by U.S.-based multinationals.
What the hell are you reading?
No, but this is amazing stuff. It builds, Steve. Work with me. Wait with me. Come on. Now, he also was a lecturer in business journalism at University of Southern California, a course that he created. Really very cool stuff. He became the journal's Los Angeles bureau chief in '87, stayed until '96, made a leap, and followed his passion to become director of specialty marketing at Lucasfilm, which we are so very grateful that he did. He turned his love of the Star Wars saga into a second career, and we are all so grateful for that. Now, how has Steve done all of this in his life? Well, you know, from my getting to know him, I would have to say that the Force is definitely strong with him, but also because he loves living life, and he believes in his dreams. And that is the most important thing to me. He pursues everything he does with a passion, and I think everybody here knows that. And it's Steve's passion that has brought us here today. It's not just another Star Wars collection. It's not even just the world's largest. It's so much more than that, because it's a place with a soul. And that is, I think, very, very important. A place to escape the world's noise and find the peace and clarity of what Star Wars is all about, as well as life itself. He's a seeker of the truth, and as a seeker of the truth myself, I know that life is truly about imagination enjoyment, laughter, friends, and love. And it is with love that Steve created Rancho Obi-Wan, and it is with love we should all support this haven of our favorite saga. And so I do ask you to help me support this place as well. And as a matter of fact, Steve, this costume was made for me for Star Wars Weekends this last year when I got to host, and it is an exact replica of Obi-Wan on Clone Wars. It is the actual, and it was made by the Disney Imagineering folks there. And when the series is done, someday, if it's ever finished, I am donating this to Rancho Obi-Wan, and it will retire here, as I think that there is no other place in the world it should be. So it is with love that I would now want to introduce the man himself, Mr. Steve Sansweet.
I thought it was my funeral for a minute. But I don't think so. I just want to thank all of you for coming here, some from as far away as France and Belgium and Canada even, and Mexico. And it's really wonderful to have you all here. And as James said, to share my passion. But James, we're not finished with you. If you would come back here for a second, please. I think we have something for James, too, don't we? Kinsetta and Garrett?
All right.
No. Calm down, Obi-Wan. Well, it occurred to us, and we don't know how this happened, but James has not yet been inducted into the 501st. So doing the honors, Kinsetta and Garrett are inducting James Arnold Taylor as an honorary member of the 501st.
Oh, yes. I'll be available for photos later.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you. All right.
I warned James that it can become very habit-forming and one can find oneself as a full-fledged member of the 501st. And walking around in a TK costume, put it on, yes. Well, I have to, I shouldn't have had that last cupcake. So, but again, thank you all very much for being here. This is truly a passion of mine, has been since before Star Wars even opened. And to be able to put all of this together, I have two people to really thank a lot. One is my life partner, Bob Canning. We've been together. Bob and I have been together for 36 years. He robbed me from the cradle. I was only 2.5 years old. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge for you. It's right outside, in fact. And especially for this amazing project, Ann Newman. Where'd she go? Without Ann, this wouldn't have happened. And basically designed this. I think she did it in FileMaker because she does everything else, including cooking dinner through FileMaker. She designed this. She was the general contractor. She suffered getting up at 7 when the delivery of this or that or the other thing, and her marriage survived because of Stu. I told you, find a good Jewish guy. See? It works every time. Rancho Obi-Wan is now incorporated as a California non-profit public benefit corporation. And let me read you just a little of the text. Our specific purpose is to serve the public through the collection, conservation, exhibition, and interpretation of Star Wars memorabilia and artifacts, using this collection to provide meaningful educational, aesthetic, intellectual, and cultural experiences for a wide array of audiences, and to carry on other charitable and educational activities associated with this. And so we intend to use the nonprofit Rancho Obi-Wan Inc. to really carry on what fans have been doing for a long time. And because of Lucasfilm allowing fans participation, fans really have a sense of ownership of Star Wars, and we deserve it. We're the ones who have kept Star Wars going strong all these years, and we will continue carrying Star Wars for as long as we can. And by using Star Wars, as some of the Lucasfilm exhibitions have shown, Star Wars in science, Star Wars in art, the amazing technical breakthroughs of Star Wars in science. There are all kinds of ways to spread Star Wars around, and that is going to be the thing that I pursue with a lot of help from Anne and Concetta and lots of other people. And so you are here at the birth of a whole new era for Rancho Obi-Wan, and I thank you very much for that. You'll get the hard pitches later. But I want to introduce Concetta again, and Concetta is head of media and marketing for Rancho Obi-Wan.
Thank you, my dear. When I was 6 years old, Star Wars changed my life, and it was then that I knew that someday I will find a boy that loves Star Wars as much as me. And it took me 28 years, but I found him. Because my love of Star Wars made me want to work in the entertainment industry, which then led me to get to go to Skywalker Ranch and work the press junket for Revenge of the Sith. And on May the 4th, the holy day, at 9 o'clock, a stormtrooper walked into my life. Garrett. So I went back to LA, quit my job, and moved to NorCal, to live with my stormtrooper. We started to plan our Star Wars wedding, which caught the attention of Steve Sansweet. And that led us to Rancho Obi-Wan to meet Steve. And that's where we met Steve, and Bob, and my bestie Anne, and Stu. And it's with such a joy and honor to say that we're so proud to be a part of the Rancho Obi-Wan family, not just professionally, but personally. Because that's what Star Wars does. It brings people together. It's something that we all found, that pure joy when we were kids, and we have hung on to that into adulthood. And every generation deserves to have that opportunity. And that's what Rancho Obi-Wan can do. It will continue to be inspired by the force of imagination, and we need everyone's support to be able to keep that going. So this is where I'm going to say the F word. I will get to help with fundraising. And I'm very, very proud of that, because there are going to be so many different ways for us to expand and spread the joy of Star Wars. As Steve had said, through community projects. But what if you wanted to come here and have a private event at Rancho Obi-Wan? Perhaps do a private tour that is hosted by Steve Sansweet. What if you wanted to get married at Rancho Obi-Wan? Marriage. By Steve.
I am the ordained minister of the Universal Life Church. I can do that.
Or maybe we could even renew our wedding vows. But the opportunities are endless, because with Star Wars, the opportunities are endless. And that's why we're so excited to be able to start this journey here with all of you, and we need the support of the Star Wars community to help us keep this movement going, because Star Wars is forever, and Rancho Obi-Wan needs to be forever, so that joy can continue on for generations. And I thank Steve from the bottom of my heart for sharing your joy and your vision with all of us.
And now, before we get to the cake, which is pretty spectacular in itself, and it's over behind the black curtain, I want to remind you all, before you leave, to take your goodie bags. They contain some very special things. One of them is a special version of the Rancho Obi-Wan coin, except in gold color. And the other is a brand new patch that I want to unveil for the first time, because the artist who unknowingly lent his wonderful work to the patch is here. Brian Rude. Brian? Come on up here. You're not getting this because you gave it to me, but I got it framed. So this is, I can't even lift this. You lift it. You lift it. Take a look at it.
So somehow I'm a part of this.
So here's Brian's original black and white watercolor, and there's the Rancho Obi-Wan patch, A New Beginning. Grand reopening November 2011, and you'll all be getting, you may get two. This you can't have, no. I know. So thank you very much, and now can we unveil the cakes?
Come on, Mike. You're acting like Dave Myatt at Comic-Con. Let's go.
I just paid behind some of the occasions.
Well, Steve, thank you for having us all over here. This is like an amazing party. It's great to see Rancho Obi-Wan, what I think you should call the Rancho Obi-Wan Special Edition. But you know, it's wonderful. Like this whole new wing has great stuff on display. I think it's big crowds can obviously have a fun time here. So thank you so much for having us over to see the reopening of Rancho Obi-Wan.
Steve Sansweet, we love you. You're the ambassador of Star Wars. Thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of a very special event. I mean, this is absolutely, I can't even think of the right word. I think I've said wow maybe more than 1 million times already. I'm blown away, and I'm so proud of you for your accomplishments, and I feel honored to be a part of the reopening of Rancho Obi-Wan. The force is very strongly with Rancho Obi-Wan and Steve Sansweet and everyone around you. Mwah. We love you, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Hi Steve, great to see you again. Can't believe it's 10 years since I visited, and it's just amazing how much the collection's grown in that time. Just looks awesome. Hope it continues. Thanks a lot.
Just want to tell Steve thank you very much for this great time, because the museum now in this reopening is fantastic. Really, really, very thanks. Thanks a lot.
Steve, congratulations on finally opening your museum. I'm looking forward to great things in the years to come, and thank you for 15 years of friendship in the Star Wars hobby.
Hey, Steve, this is Philip. Having a great time, as you can expect. Your party is coming down flawlessly. Great planning, and you know I love a big party like that, so congratulations to you and everybody that's helped you. You certainly deserve it.
Steve, I want to congratulate you on your re-grand opening and the expansion of Rancho Obi-Wan. This is just unbelievable, like nothing else on this planet, and I know that's what you were going for, and I'm just so proud of you that you've done that. I'm proud to be your friend, and as always, I have to thank you for giving me my start with Star Wars, and I'm eternally grateful, and I am so honored that you have not one, not even two, but a lot of my work here in your gallery, and you warm my heart and give me confidence, and that's what you do for the whole world, and you've definitely done it for me. So thank you so much. Congratulations. I look forward to many more years of our friendship and working together on projects. Love you, man. So good job.
All right, hey Steve, this place is incredible. I've known you for 20 plus years. You've
been a great friend, great fellow collector. I love the movie posters. I love the art museum. I love all the life-size statues. I'm just amazed that you're able to share this with the entire world now in such a wonderful, creative, and giving capacity. So keep it up, and I can't wait to see you for another many years. All right, take care. Bye.
Well, Steve, it's always a fun time when I come to Rancho Obi-Wan. It's the only place in the world where I feel like I am not a very good collector. So I just think you do a fantastic job. I am always amazed by everything that you have here, and your passion is probably the best thing. I really enjoy our friendship that we've had over the many years, and wish you all the best.
Sansweet. You know, the force is very, very strong with him. Even stronger here at Rancho Obi-Wan. I'm quite fond of the name, Rancho Obi-Wan, yes. They wanted to call it Rancho Ben, but it just didn't have the same ring, you know. So, anyways, you will come to Rancho Obi-Wan. Yes, the force is strong here.
Hi, Steve. Tom, Mayor of Star Wars down here. I want to thank you for inviting me to the opening of Rancho Obi-Wan. And it was an honor to be able to give you the first key to the city of Star Wars Town. And I look forward to many more years of us working together. Thank you.
Hey, Steve, thanks for having me here, man. I know I live just a few miles away and I haven't even seen this place, but I'm totally blown away. And thanks for introducing me to the guys at Mintinbox. We had a great tour, and that was on your recommendation, and they were great. I hope I gave them a good day to see it all. So thanks again, Steve, and congratulations on your new wing in this place. It's fantastic.
So, Steve, do you think that I could come back again sometime and look around? This is really interesting, and you really just can't take it in one visit. And I remember the first time that I met you, and I was at your house in Los Angeles, and walked in and looked out this big window and saw the Hollywood sign and say, why would a guy ever leave there? And I saw his collection. I saw your collection. I saw all your robots and everything. And you had such a beautiful collection, but it's nothing compared to what you have now and what you've done with your Star Wars display. It's really beautiful. And I'm really grateful to be invited and to be able to come here and see it. Thanks, Steve.
Hey there, Steve, baby. It's Ken, the Elvis Trooper. How you doing? All right, so this grand reopening of Rancho Obi-Wan is very impressive, you know. Ben's place is nice out in Texas, but I think you got it beat now. All right, baby. Thank you very much.
Hi, Steve. When I came into your life, I thought it would be for 6 months. You changed my life. I hope I've changed yours. And I look forward to everything in the future together, because it's amazing, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm going to cry. Thank you.
Impressive. Most impressive. I bet nobody else has said that tonight, right? No. Awesome, Steve. This place is amazing. I'm so glad I got to come here, and thanks for the invite.
Hi, Steve. I really enjoyed the evening here. The place is just incredible and much better than I ever thought it could be. So I'm really enjoying it. Thank you.
Steve, thanks again. Awesome collection, awesome production. You're the greatest host. You've done so much for the hobby, and I look forward to continue with you doing any kind of project you like in the hobby. And the place is fantastic, and this is an excellent opportunity. I'm thankful to be here, and best of luck with everything.
Hey Steve, muchas gracias por todo esto. Tú sabes que has inspirado mi vida, mi estilo de vida. Cuando te conocí, primero te quería conocer a ti antes que George Lucas, así que tú sabes que has inspirado mi estilo de vida. Muchas gracias. Gracias, Steve.
Hey Steve, thanks for having me on. This is an unbelievable time. You and Bob have been so great to me through all the years of friendship that you've given me, and it's just an absolute honor to be here. I can't wait to see where this goes for you, and I can't wait to have you come up to Canada to be a part of my show next year and come down here for more visits. And I love you guys so much, and thank you for everything. Thank you.
Congratulations, Steve, on your grand opening of Rancho Obi-Wan. I'm very happy to help you and have a happy retirement. Thank you. Thank you, Mintinbox.
Just want to say congratulations to Steve. This is a wonderful event, and we love being able to share his collection and his passion, and so glad that he includes us the way he does. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
Steve, thank you very much for bringing your dream alive and letting those of us who share your dream of Star Wars to be able to visit this wonderful facility. Once again, just thank you so much.
Wonderful, thank you.
Steve, thanks for your friendship. We will never forget this moment.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Don't worry, we just borrowed some action figures, but we will send you back once we get back to France. Huh? Thanks, Steve.
Bye-bye. Hey, Steve. I want to thank you very much for your friendship over the past 10 years, maybe 12 years. It's meant a lot to me and my family, to our company, and we appreciate everything that you've ever done for us. We love you, Steve. Thanks.
Mr. Sansweet, I would just like to thank you from the very, very bottom of my heart for all your contributions to the Star Wars community, and not just that, for putting up with my ass for all these years. Thank you very, very, very much. Rancho Obi-Wan forever. Amen.
Steve, thanks so much for the invite. It's been a blast. This is an amazing accomplishment you got here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Steve, thank you so much for inviting me today. This is amazing. I remember the very first time I saw this, which I think was 1998, maybe, the first time I came to your place. At the time, it was the most magic place I had ever been in my life, and somehow you have made it even more magic. This is incredible. Thank you so much, love you, and all the best with Rancho Obi-Wan.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for inviting me to this grand reopening. It's a fabulous place, and you're a fabulous person.
Steve, we appreciate you inviting us out again. The place looks incredible. This is our third time out, and ever since we met you, you're just one of the best people we know all the way around, you and Bob both. We love you guys from the bottom of our hearts, and you're good people to know, and we love you both.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
We both love you. We both love you. We both.
Stop, Steve!
Well, essentially for us, for Super 7, we would have never made anything Star Wars if it wasn't for Steve Sansweet. Shane introduced us to Steve. Steve introduced us to licensing. Next thing you know, because of Steve's involvement, we're able to make the Jumbo Machinder and the wallpaper and everything else. So without Steve, we wouldn't be able to make the products that as fans we've always wanted to make. So thank you, Steve.
Not much more to add to that. Just want to thank Steve for his generosity tonight and generosity to the collecting circles in general.
I'd like to say hello, and I'd like to say thank you, Steve, because of your passion. We are all enjoying tonight, and because of your passion, the world will now get a chance to have access to Obi-Wan and Rancho Obi-Wan and everything you've done. That's an amazing thing. I'm happy about it. Libby's happy about it. Your next favorite fan from me, and Han Park, and all the people that are with us. Jennifer Foley, gosh, we're all real excited about what you've done and how well you've done it, and with what taste and what style.
been a long road, and it took a lot of patience to put this together. But I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of the museum, and I'm so proud of our guests. They've come from so far away, and I think this is the beginning of a lot of wonderful adventures. Thank you for being a part of it. I am such a saint. Thank you.